Good day, ma'am. This is Laline Grace Cernicola, BS Ed Science 2C, and this is my answer to the questions for our midterm examination for the subject, the teaching profession. Without further ado, I will start my discussion. Question number 1 goes this way. Choose and discuss 3 philosophies of education, then cite 2 learning activities you will introduce to your students based on each of them. The first philosophy that I want to discuss is essentialism. Essentialists believe that teachers should try to embed traditional moral values and virtues such as respect for authority, perseverance, fidelity to duty, consideration for others, and practicality and intellectual knowledge that students need to become model citizens. In this kind of philosophy, teacher serves as an intellectual and moral role model for the students. Classrooms are practicing the teacher-oriented way of delivering learning, where they decide what is most important to be taught and give little attention to students' interests. Teachers focus more on achievement test results as a means of evaluating progress. Students are taught with people, events, ideas that have shaped the society. The classroom setting was more likely on lectures, and students just observes what a teacher is doing. The learning activities that I think could be based on essentialism is lecture-based activity, where I will be tackling about some important topics and discuss about moral consciousness and some lessons with regards to science as my major. Giving students a group activity where they could be able to share their ideas, their writings, and knowledge about a certain topic. The second philosophy that I want to discuss is progressivism. Educational progressivism is the belief that education must be based on the principle that humans are social animals who learn best in real-life activities with other people. Progressivists claim to rely on the best available scientific theories of learning. Unlike essentialism, where students were taught what is most important, in progressivism, student skills and capabilities were being honed and developed. Students learn actively and they develop their social qualities because they were able to interact with one another. This philosophy helps students master a couple of important skills needed once they pursue their careers. Students learn to cooperate with teams, think critically before doing things, and use creative means to resolve problems. Giving students an opportunity to develop problem-solving skills by giving the tasks about experimental activities through scientific method. By this, they could be able to think critically and explore with their own self how to solve problems based on experiments. It is also a good idea to let students group themselves according to their interests and let them do surveys or service activities where they could be able to learn more about the community and apply or share their skills with other members of the society. The last philosophy that I want to discuss is the linguistic philosophy. Linguistic philosophy is the view that many or all philosophical problems can be solved by paying closer attention to language, either by reforming language or by understanding the everyday language that we presently use better. As future educator, we should have the talent in speaking to further teach our students how to talk with other people. This philosophy aims to develop students' communication skills, and it is the teacher's role to provide experiential learning to teach language. It is included in this philosophy the mastery of communicating with people and the ways how to deal with them. Verbal participation, such as oral participation and asking questions to students about a certain topic, is a fun activity that can develop their language proficiency. Giving them the opportunity for a class reporting or presentation could also enhance their confidence and communication skills because they will be challenged on how they could deliver their assigned task in an interesting ways, thus could enhance their verbal communication. For the second question, we have, why do you choose the teaching profession? Who or what inspired you to take this course? The influence of a good teacher can never be erased. I truly believe that a teacher has the capacity to build foundation for students to achieve their aspirations in life. Being a teacher is my childhood dream because right from the start, I really admire them for being such a transparent and a good role model for every student. Teachers for me is the noblest among other professions men have created. They are the most hardworking, patient, understanding, compassionate, and responsible individual of the society. They are willing to offer their all just to deliver learning and to teach students. The main reason why I chose this course is for me to develop my passion in teaching students and to help children who are struggling and are willing to achieve their dreams in life. I started teaching young children in the 10th grade. It was such a satisfying job to do. I learned a lot from that experience and I decided that I will pursue education as my bachelor degree. I really love children, especially that I am now having my own child, and I think this is my stepping stone in achieving my desired goals in life. I want my daughter to be proud of me someday, and this is my ways for me to better give her the life I never experienced before. I believe that this profession is the most self-fulfilling, yet it requires sacrifice and being able to offer oneself for the sake of the students. I adore teachers who have great talents, especially in handling a variety of students whom have different learning ways and different beliefs and practices. I have challenged myself that someday I could have this talent too. I want to inspire people, and this is through pursuing the goal of becoming the next educator, a hero. Teachers are true heroes with pens and book as their weapon to change the world. Question number 3. Discuss teaching as a vocation, profession, and mission. A teacher plants the seeds of knowledge, sprinkles them with love, and patiently nurtures their growth to produce tomorrow's dream. Teaching is a profession in a sense that they have developed themselves morally. As a person who instills knowledge to young minds, they really need to be committed to moral consciousness. As a person who graduated on a bachelor degree of teaching education, they are required to be relevantly and formally complete teachers' training. Teaching is a paid occupation. Thus, it should be defined as a profession. Being a professional means meeting standards and expectations of society, policy, and those set yourself with consideration of ethics, values, and beliefs. The most important element of being an effective and successful that a teacher should have is being a professional. It is professionalism, or the way you conduct yourself, the way you behave, and or the way you handle or portray your professional role. Teachers being a professional can depend highly on the way they are viewed by the society. To be a professional in teaching, it is important to ensure that you are a good example to your students. Teachers should be identified as a professional. However, it is dependent on how individual teachers conduct themselves and behave, their personality that defines their professionalism. We consider teaching as a vocation because of one's dedication and effort to deliver quality education to their students. Teacher's job is not as easy as what everybody thinks of. They just not teach students the knowledge about the world, but also they became an inspiration and a parent for every student. They render most of their time inside the four walls of the classroom just to provide quality learning. When they got home, they were thinking, doing, and preparing activities for the next days of classes. Teaching requires sacrifice, dedication, and passion in order to deliver quality and effective learning. But teaching is also the most self-fulfilling job because you can see that your sacrifices is fruitful, especially if the students were successful in their fields of endeavor. Teachers are skilled individuals. They are good at everything because they have the special powers in doing something, especially for the sake of their students. They are indeed a hero and a skilled worker. Every human being has its purpose or mission in this world. A teacher's mission is to deliver and create successful individual of the society. Teaching is a calling because you were chosen and given the power to contribute to the betterment of the world by using pen and books as your weapon to build future professionals. If not for a teacher who painstakingly taught every student, we will never have professionals and working individual that we have today. We could not learn everything around us. We could not learn how to deal with people around the world. We will never experience any technological advancement. We could not achieve our desired goals in life. The teaching mission is important in changing this world to a better place. Question number 4. If you would be in the field of teaching in the future, how would you practice the code of ethics for professional teachers? If you have to put someone on a pedestal, put teachers. They are society's heroes. Teachers undergo trainings and assessments before entering the teaching avenue. They should be committed and apply what they have learned because it is their duty to perform the necessary action for the betterment of every student. Teachers are our role models, and as a future educator, I should be mindful enough with what is good and necessary for everybody. And this is possible by practicing the code of ethics for professional teachers. It is included in this code that teachers should practice moral values and characteristics. If given a chance that I will enter into the field of teaching, I can only practice the code of ethics if I have enough knowledge about this. I can possibly follow everything by developing a sense of responsibility and commitment with what I am doing. If I have the commitment with my job, I can really do anything to contribute for the goodness and betterment of everybody. If I will be responsible with what I am doing, I could really follow everything and be cautious and apply moral values and qualities. I will really do my best to inspire my students and to be someone who could lead them for a better journey to success. I will make sure that I am capable enough for the position and honor as a teacher who is professional and with defined goals and roles in life. Thank you so much, ma'am. Once again, this is Laline Grace Cernicola, BS Ed Science 2C, and this is my answers to the questions for our midterm examination for the subject, the teaching profession.